we're going to be drawing in 1-point perspective, and the first thing you need to do is make sure that your paper is horizontal, not vertical. You're going to start out by taking your ruler and drawing a straight horizontal line across the center of the page. This is called the horizon line. The horizon line divides where the sky meets the ground. Now it's called 1-point perspective because there's one point in the center where everything seems to vanish or disappear to. So you need to mark that as your vanishing point. Now in perspective, you always want to draw light till you've got it right because there will be erasing. Now we're going to be doing 2 buildings with a street going down the center, or it could also be used as Venice or anywhere with buildings and a canal. So we're going to start off by making a shape. In this case, I'll be doing a rectangle for my first building. And always use your ruler in perspective. Okay, now this will be the front of one of my buildings. What I need to do is go from the corners closest to the vanishing point using my ruler. I'm going to line those up from one corner to the vanishing point and the other corner to the vanishing point. Kind of looks like a house on its side. Now what I'm going to do is decide how far back I want my building to go. I'm going to have a small row of buildings, so I'm going to go ahead and do my vertical line here. And this cuts off my building. So I'm going to erase. Like I said, in perspective, there's always erasing. Cutting off from the side of my building to the vanishing point. Same thing up here. And I'm going to keep my horizon line because, again, that tells me where the sky meets the ground. Now, unless I'm having a transparent building, I would need to erase the horizon line where it goes through the building. Okay, and there I have my first building. Now, like I said, I want to make a row of buildings, so all I'm going to do is take my ruler and make vertical lines where I want those buildings to be. Okay, now I'm going to add a door to the front, and anything on the front plane of a rectangular prism or square in 1-point perspective is going to be vertical, straight up and down, and horizontal, straight side to side. It doesn't have to go to the vanishing point. However, if you have a door on the side of the building, you would want to make that the top of that door go to the vanishing point. So I'm going to just draw how high I want that door to go, and then I'm going to line up from the top of that line to the vanishing point, and I'm just going to draw over as far as I want that door to go. I'm going to do that for all my buildings here. And then you just draw another vertical line for each side of it. And if you make a mistake, it's no big deal. That's why pencils have erasers. You can always try again. Okay, now we're going to do another building on the other side. Starting off with a shape, another rectangle. And if I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video. You can rewind as well if you think you missed a part. Okay, so again, I started with a rectangle. The next part is to go from the corners to the vanishing point. So lining up my ruler from the vanishing point to each corner. Again, draw light till you've got it right because you will be doing some erasing. And I'm going to make this one not go back quite as far. So I'm going to draw my vertical line a little closer to the rectangle. And then again, I'm going to erase where the building connects to the vanishing point. So I'm detaching the building. And also again, going to erase the horizon line where it cuts through the building. Now remember, if I have a door on the front of the building, it can just be a regular old rectangle. However, if I have a door on the side of the building, it has to go to the vanishing point. So again, I'm going to line my ruler up, make a vertical line. From the top of that line, I'm going to go to the vanishing point. I'm going to just draw over as far as I want that to go. Notice it always angles towards the vanishing point, and finish it off with a vertical line. Now here's a trick if you wanted to ever do arches. I make a point where at the center is, and a point on each side where I want it to curve down to, and then I simply sketch that curve in. This helps to make it symmetrical, because it is hard to make an arch symmetrical. And then I just erase the corners. Now for the final touch, we're going to draw the street or the canal. So if this was Venice, it would be a canal down the center. If it was just a regular street, it would be drawn the same exact way. So all it is, you're taking from the vanishing point and deciding, do I want it to go right up against the streets, or do I want a little bit of a sidewalk or a walkway? And you just draw all the way down to the edge of your paper. So here it looks like there's a sidewalk, and I could even follow this line here to the bottom of the page. Now I have a sidewalk. I'll do the same thing over here. So keeping that same line I already used for my building, drawing all the way to the bottom of the page. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, now would be the stage where you can add your details, signs, other windows, things in the background. And if you were going to be doing a waterway, you could add the details that make it a waterway or add the lines that make it a road. Okay, that's 1 point perspective.